Well, here's some news that should pique the interest of performance car enthusiasts. Volkswagen has launched a new iteration of its GTI hot hatch, and better still, it's the cheapest one to virtually hit showrooms in Australia in about 15 years. It has 3 doors and it's called the Volkswagen Golf GTI Original. Let's go for a spin.
The Golf GTI Original lands in showrooms this month, priced from $37,490 plus on-road costs. The cheapest a new GTI has been since 2004. Conceptually, the Original is a pared-back version of the Golf GTI Performance hatch. However, when you look at the nitty-gritty, it misses out on very little. There's a familiar 169 kilowatt tune of the GTI's 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, new safety and tech, and some cool embellishments inside.
Okay, so in effect what you're missing out on is satellite navigation, push button start and keyless entry, and cornering lamps in equipment purely. Is that really a deal breaker? Not really, because when you look at the price of this thing, look at what you do get, it's a really good value proposition. What I like about this car is that the cabin hardly shouts stripped back at you. You've got this beautiful 8-inch display with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and really crisp dials and instrumentation that live up to what the Golf is.
And enthusiasts can rejoice in the fact it is offered standard with a 6-speed manual transmission. The equivalent DSG adds $2,500.
On the road, the GTI Original really matches that pure stripped back ethos in terms of its driving dynamics. Yes, you miss out on adaptive suspension, but are you really going to notice that in isolation on the road? Not really. It has a really nice balance between comfort and sportiness. On these really bumpy back roads, I've noticed that it isolates you from all but the harshest of bumps, and even then it's never really crashy or jittery through the cabin. The immediate trade-off of that sportiness though is just the way this thing handles through the corners. It is an absolute breeze. I love the front to rear balance, I love the way it grips through the corners, and it's a chassis that works quite well and complements that 169 kilowatt engine.
A 25 kilogram weight shed over the 5-door model only enhances the GTI's cornering finesse, while on paper the 0 to 100 time remains identical at 6.2 seconds. Power down from a front drive hatch is surprisingly strong.
Now, up this thing for the rev, and it responds emphatically. I mean, 169 kilowatts doesn't sound like much on paper, but it's the way that this thing makes its power. It's an exciting rush. It gets to 100 easily, and out of corners, it's that in-gear acceleration that no 0 to 100 figure is really going to justify.
Elsewhere, the GTI shares new Golf 7.5 updates, room for 4 adults in relative comfort, and a refined European vibe on and off the road. In short, the GTI Original upholds all the important pillars of the GTI family. Fun, practical and affordable, the simple but proven recipe lives on.